Hey, what is going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life, in the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good morning and happy Wednesday to you. Happy Wednesday to you. What an exciting time to be in the digital asset space. I got to tell you, if you thought there was ever a moment where you had to know that you know what you hold, it is now. It is now. And my question to you is, do you know what it is that you hold? Because if you don't, you're going to be shaken out of this market. You're going to be shaken out. I highlighted someone, Crypto Miami. Remember I highlighted Crypto Miami on the stream the other day? And it looks as though he or she has sold their XRP and has given up the fight, has not even given up the fight, has made the decision. And it saddens me. It saddens me because I read the tweet last night. It really saddens me that that person did that. Justin Chapman said, I bought 12,000 more XRP yesterday. That's what I'm talking about, brother. That is what I'm talking about right there, right? And it saddens me that happened because I mean, I highlighted that tweet that he or she did, and it was a great tweet about XRP and all great things. And then this, it feels as though, unfortunately, everyone has to make their own decisions on what they're going to do. But unfortunately, for me, I'm saddened that she. Was she just joking? Oh, wait a minute. Wi-Fi says she was trolling. Oh, is that right? Okay. So she was like seeing if people were going to, are they going to chime in and say all that stuff? Okay, good. That's good to know because I was saddened by that. So listen, this is about, guys, this is about knowing what you know, knowing that you know what you hold. That's what this moment in time is all about. Is the XR community strong or not? That's what this is ultimately about. Because I can tell you unequivocally that Chris Larson and Chris Larson and Brad Garlinghouse are XRP strong. And they know that they know what they have. That I can tell you. I bought something at 46 or 47 cents. I'm waiting for that 33 cents. And I already told Miss Crypto Siege we're going to get some more. 3 for $1, we're going to get more. We're going to get more. 3 for $1, we're going to get more. And we've hit our milestone mark months and months and months and months ago. Right? That's what this is ultimately about. And I was telling Ms. Crypto Siege, this is so very similar to something that we went through. We went through with the FTC. It is so very similar. Although Jay Clayton is just, is being very vindictive, right? He's being, like the little boy in the small mind, if you will, that he is. But it's very, very, very similar in that these independent, if you will, regulatory agencies feel like they can do what it is that they want to do whenever they want to do it and not be held accountable. And we had the same experience with our company and the FTC. And what I like is that what we did as a company is we ended up, we sued them for overstepping their bounds. We sued them, right? And so I hope that Ripple, right, that's the first time that that's ever been done, right? That in our industry, in the market where we work, where the FTC was sued, right? So we sued them on behalf of our industry. We sued them. We took the lawsuit to them, and then they returned it, and then they countersued it. But we sued them, right? Because this is, it's very, very similar Because let's face it, guys, you remember a few months back, remember we did some live streams. We were talking about body blows. We were talking about how Chris Larson and David Schwartz, they came out swinging. Remember that a few months ago? I mean, swinging, talking about with China, how the U.S. is giving China, a leg up, right? I mean, there were some real, they came out swinging, right? Because they had given BTC the authority and they're leaving U.S. companies behind. And here's what I'm thinking is going to happen. I'm hoping two things. Number one, that Ripple will countersue the SEC, right? Or that a class action lawsuit will get started against the SEC. That would, my friends, would be outstanding. Oh, I missed the 30 cents. So it already had gotten to $3 for $1. Dang it, I missed it. When I got up this morning around 7:45, it was 33 cents, right? So, and I'll show you some stuff where it's the whales are buying at a rapid pace right now. The whales right now at a rapid pace of buying XRP. What are you doing? I have to ask myself that. What am I doing? Now I was waiting for 33 cents so I can get, $3 for $1. Because I already bought 40 something cents. But the question is, what do you do? The whales are buying. They're scooping them up. They're scooping them up right now. But I'm hoping that either Ripple or a class action lawsuit will get started. I really, really am. And sue the SEC. Why would they allow a company that's selling unregistered securities to continue to operate in that manner for 8 years, 7, 8 years? So I'm hoping that this will get twisted and it'll go and turn the suit onto them, just like we did as a company in our space, in our industry, right? Well, we took the lawsuit to the FTC for overstepping their bounds. And them just deciding, although the SEC has the Howey test and they're kind of sort of basing on the Howey test, but let's face it, it's 70 something years old, that Howey test. It needs to be updated. So for me, the bigger picture is this is the thing that we've all been waiting for. And I don't know if other companies like Cardano and EOS will reach out and say, we have your back, type deal. I don't know. We'll see. Because what we did as a company is we took it to the alphabets, as we like to call them, the SEC, the FTC, right? We took it to the alphabet boys and we sued them, right? To calm down. Calm down. You work for us. You're not supposed to be attacking us. And you got to get, just like Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson said, this is about the whole crypto space. I'm going to share you something. I've said this time and time again. Those of you who have been with the channel know that I've said this time and time again. Chris Larson and Brad Garlinghouse do not have the relationship with Jay Clayton at the SEC that the people from Citi has, that the people from Wells Fargo has, that the people from Goldman Sachs has, that the people from JP Morgan has. You understand? That's what this is about. This is about the fact that they know in a lot of ways that the ripoff of the American people is about to come to an end. They know it. They know it. This is about these big banks. Ultimately, that's what it's about. Let me see here. And I'm going to share some stuff with you that's going to, I went on for 10 minutes. And I didn't even do that intro. I'm still going to do the intro. It's all crap, guys. So that's what this is about. This live stream is going to be about, us asking ourselves, do we know what it is that we hold? Do we know? Do we know what it is that we hold? That's what this live stream is going to be about. Do you know that you know unequivocally what you hold? All right, let's roll this intro. Let's get into this. It's going to be an interesting morning, to say the least. All right, guys, let's get into it again. Let's talk a little about what is going on in the market. I got to tell you, this a dude on Twitter is called Equidity. I think it's called Equidity is his name. Equidity is his name. And he's been really doing some really great tweets. Shout out to Ryan Selkis, who which is Masari, right? Who's never been like a fan of, right? Ripple or XRP as a digital asset as a whole, never really been a fan. Who put his personal opinions and bias aside for the greater good of the digital asset space, because he sees and understands that this is about the whole crypto space and what the SEC and then the big banks are saying. Remember, the big banks, and this again, it's not the 9,990 something bank. It's the big banks, the Goldman Sachs, the JP Morgans, the Citis, the Wells Fargos of the world, who don't want this crypto space to win. They don't want it to win because it gives you and I more choices, more options. They don't want it to win. You think they want the and here's the other part. You think they want the SEC to change the rules on accredited investors? You think they want us to be on the inside of pre-IPOs? They don't want us to be there. When JP Morgan makes, I don't know, $30 billion in profit a year, somewhere around that. They don't want crypto to win, where you and I have more options, where you and I can go to a platform like Celsius and leverage the digital assets that we hold instead of being beholden to them, the JP Morgans and the Goldman Sachs of the world. They don't want that. And by the way, they happen to despise, these big banks also happen to despise Celsius and Alice Mashinsky. Without question, are waiting for any kind of misstep. Why? Because it's a platform that is for you and I, that looks out for our better half. And ultimately, you got to get that payments platform that Ripple is building out is about saving the costs for people in Mexico or people sending money cross border. It's for those of us who, right, paying these exorbitant fees because of a terrible correspondent banking system to send money to their loved one. That ultimately is what it's about, right? This is about, Ripple is about, it's a disruptor. And in a lot of ways, it can disintermediate those banks. And they know it. And they absolutely know it. Right? That is exactly right. Yeah, and so I'm going to share the tweet from Ryan Selkis because, again, I think it's important to point out a guy who's not been a fan of XRP and for whatever reason, doesn't see it as the same way that we see it, right? And has publicly stated this, and is good friends. He is good friends with the CEO and founder of Bitso. And they had a live stream. They did a live stream together, and the CEO of Bitso pointed out, some errors in Ryan's thinking, But in any case, I respect the guy who's willing to put his personal bias aside for the greater good of the digital asset space. And unfortunately, a lot of BTC people out there don't get that this is an attack on the industry. This is an attack on the entire crypto industry, not just Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, Chris Larson, and XRP. And that's the thing I think is important to know. I don't know why, but it just seems like this camera is something's going on here with the lighting, I guess. But that's the thing that they're not getting. They're not getting that this is about attacking the industry. This is about the big banks saying that no, we need the average retail investor to be beholden to us. That's what this is about, guys. Over 105 people on the stream. Guys, do me a favor. If you didn't smash the like on the way in, just collapse the chat and go smash the like and come back and hang out if you're enjoying the hangout. This is about the big banks saying that they don't want us to win. They know that this digital asset space gives us an alternative to the corrupt system out there. Remember Wells Fargo with tens of millions of phony and fake accounts? Remember that? Remember JP Morgan and Jamie Dimon constantly being caught trying to manipulate the silver market? Crooks. And they know that this is our shot here. They know this is our shot. They absolutely know it. That's why it drives me crazy when there's this infighting amongst us. Instead of focusing our, the Link Marines and the XRP Army, and instead of working together for the greater good of the overall space, there are times when we have a tendency to be warring with one another. That makes no sense. That makes no sense, right? To war with one another. So ultimately, that's what it's about, right? Do you know what it is that you hold? That, my friends, is the deal, right? And that's what the deal is. And so let me go over something from let me see if I have it. Did I save that? I hope I saved it. Yeah, I did. It's right there. All right, so let me share here, because I think it's important to understand the big picture here. This is about us. It's not XRP and Ripple. Ripple is going to fight for the greater good of the crypto industry. And for me in the Crypto Caesar's Home, we're gonna support that fight by buying the only thing that we can do, right? Buy more XRP, do live streams, get on Twitter, call out the stooge that is the SEC and Jay Clayton. That's all we can do, really, is call them out for what they are, a stooge. And I'm going to share with you someone who pointed out and said the same very thing. But before I get to this, let's say hey to all the people that checked in this morning. Over 100 people. M. Ann is in the building. Good to see you, my friend. Edward Dumphy is in the building. Good to see you, man. Good morning. I don't think I've seen that name before, my friend. Welcome to the channel. Sun, the Art of Truth. Good morning to you. Critical Complex Channel XRP. What's going on, my friend? Good to see you this morning. Pfizer. What's up, Pfizer? Jay Sober's in the building. XRP Regs. What's good, bro? Yeah, that's a good point. ETH, BTC, etc. are next. If they can rule on something from 8 years ago, they can overturn decisions made 2.5 years ago. Interesting point, my friend. BLAQ Media TM. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. Sakant Harua. How are you, my friend? RJ is in the building. XRP #1. What's good, brother? Fabiano. It's funny because we have a Fabio that checks in on the channel. Now we got a Fabiano. Yeah, the top holders are not selling. Think about that. Yep, I know. That is very, very true. I saw that. The top holders of XRP are not selling. They're buying. Right? And that's the travesty of this, what the SEC is doing right in the middle of a bull run, is it's going to shake out the weaker hands, the bank teller, right, who barely scraped up $5,000 to put in XRP, right? The college kid who's, scrambling to put $100 or $200 every single month, and has been doing so for the last 2 years, shaking them out because of that stooge that is Jay Clayton, who does not care at all about you and I in the least bit. He's completely, the whole SEC is completely beholden to those top banks, period. That, my friends, is undisputable. Or is it indisputable? Indisputable. Christopher Kawumi is here. Good to see you. Paul Esper, what's good, bro? Good to see you. And INT Ice, what's up, bro? Good to see you. Inkpin27 is here. All the players are here. Crypto JS is in the building. It's good to see you guys. And, oh, thanks for the super chat, Tommy. Tommy Soto's mayor's mama. I appreciate the super chat, my friend. Why would XRP announce that they're being sued first? That was foolish. Yeah, that's what they would call the art of the war move. You call out the enemy's moves before they have a chance to do it. Stellar is probably next in line. That could be Crypto Don Juan. What up, bro? Yeah, this stream is about do you know in fact what you hold? Do you know that you know what you hold? That's what this live stream is about. Tommy, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. I appreciate you being here this morning. Devon Steve is in the building. What's up, Devon? That's right. 12K more. You are a true gangster, indeed. Indeed, you are, my friend. Justin, was it Justin? I think Justin did that, right? That's right, Black. That is a true gangster. That's a person who knows what they know, that they know what they hold. A. Joseph C said, you saw something. Where is that? Where did you see that, A. Joseph C? I saw something where Ripple countersued. Where is that? I would love to see that, A. Joseph C, because I think that's brilliant. I think that's brilliant. Again, we have personal experience of that. And our thing is going on, still going on currently. But of course, we sued first. We didn't countersue. We just said, no, look, it's time for these alphabet boys and girls to understand that they can't just go along and make rules up as they please. That's what we did. And I hope that Ripple does something similar. Yeah, A. Joseph C, if you could share where you saw that, that would be outstanding. Who else did I miss anyone coming in? Clyde Johnson, good morning to you, my friend. Willie Washington and Michael Angelos are in the building. Michael Angelo said, I bought the fear at 30 cents this morning, and I am absolutely excited to hear that, my friend. Yeah, think about that. Yep. Paul Esper, that's a great point. You know, it's again, and we're going to go over ripple.com/insights and what they did in response to something that they said to the employees in response to them finding out about the lawsuit, and that they would probably could be sued. It says, yeah, they were offered settlements as individuals. Slimy tactic by the SEC. Indeed, it really is. And this is the thing. I have a tweet too. Hopefully I can find it, of someone from not in this country who said, this is your government. Your U.S. government doesn't want you to win. Sad. It's a sad. I didn't say it. They said it. Sad, sad, sad. It really is. Luna the Alpha's in the building. 416 Crypto is here. How are you, my friend? Black Impact is here. I love that name. XRP Isaac is in the building. I bought it 33 cents. There you go. There's another one who knows what they hold. Justin Chapman, I hear you, my friend. I hear you, bro. Daniel Martinez is in the building as well. All right, let's get into this article. David Saya is here too. Good morning to you, my friend. Wi-Fi is in the building. As always, appreciate you supporting the channel, my friend. DW is here. So Enrico Ray says, I've been waiting to see what you have to say. Indeed. This is about knowing what you know that you hold. You have to know what it is that you hold, right? Yeah, right. For me, I've done my homework on the Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson. What's their intent? Let me see what's going on with their intent. Where's their heart? What are they looking to do? What is the problem that they're looking to solve? Are they good dudes or bad dudes? All of that kind of stuff weighs in for me. Not perfect dudes, right? Big John is here. What's going on, my friend? So let's share this. Let's share this, Enrico. It's good to see you this morning. This is from someone who who has not been a fan of XRP and who's willing to put aside his personal bias, right, for the greater good of the whole digital asset space. All right, so let me see. Did I get it just this from the beginning? Let me do this. In 7.5 years in crypto, I can tell the only core competency that matters is surviving. Wow, cockroaches will get rich. That's it. That's an interesting statement. Let me see. Oh, let me do this again. So first of all, the USG is going to lose. This was late last night. I don't even need to read the complaint. They might force a settlement, but they're outclassed on legal. Remember, Ripple engaged former SEC Chair Mary Jo White in a civil matter in 2018, a hint of their money. Right? Let's see, where's the thread at? Right here. Second, the USG should lose. The SEC restrictions on non-accredited investors, the ridiculous Howey test, 80-year-old securities law, like the 40 Act, all need to die in the fire. They are un-American and completely outdated. I hope Ripple wins. Third, it's incumbent upon industry to self-police and hold the moral high ground. I give certain individuals A's and others F's, but as a whole, the most powerful people and companies generally take a Swiss neutrality stance on assets. So we're effectively in this together. We're in this together to draw lines of regulatory demarcation. XRP security further hurts the U.S. businesses, while global competition will continue to make these markets. Japan, Singapore, Switzerland, the UK, they're moving forward in opening the doors to the crypto industry. And the US, which is the financial aspect of financial services of the US, which is controlled by those top 8 banks, are not welcoming this technology because it gives you and I, the average retail investor, a chance to win without being beholden to them. And they know it. They know that. Ultimately, they know that. XRP security also means other assets will meet the same fate. At least Ripple has the money to fight. Ultimately, the USG won't kill a domestic golden goose. The US will soon be on the take as well. Find Ripple, extract, tax future Ripple XRP sales, extract. Always have taxes, is always there, right? Keep Ripple funding California. Ripple will settle and get more aggressive in its marketing. Fifth, the Howey test is broken. Ripple can set new precedents. Ripple has credible claims XRP is used as a bridge asset today. And that, my friend, is the bottom line. You have the Bitso exchange, you have Via Americas, you have Azimo, you have MoneyGram. The two most important ones is an exchange in Bitso and MoneyGram. a United States regulated company using XRP as a bridge asset. So sure, the primary user is funding Ripple, but ODL is gaining steam, if for no other reason than it's being whatever that is to equity partners. I don't know what that means. Being full grass, whatever. This is clearly a parting shot. This is clearly a parting shot at crypto. From the Trump appointees before friendlier Dems are at the helm. So in any case, again, this is someone who's not a personal right of XRP, but understands the bigger picture. Let me see if this article is old here. Hold on a second, guys. And I think that's important to get the bigger picture. If you don't get that, it just won't work. Okay, that's old. That's an old article. And so ultimately, Ripple has the funds and they have the resources to take the fight to the SEC. And again, just like Ryan Selke says, they're just outclassed when it comes to legal. They've always been that way. The FTC is, same way. They constantly bring up lawsuits and bring lawsuits to the table, and they lose them. They lose time and time and time again. They lose time and time again. They lose. And so I expect the same thing. I expect the same thing to happen with the SEC. They think that they're big, bad, and bold and all this other different stuff. That they chose the wrong fight. Ultimately, they chose the wrong fight. Fabio, there you go. This is all one big game. This is all one big game. Old money doesn't want us to win. That's what it's about, guys. One of the reasons why I was drawn to Celsius is because Celsius was willing to point out the obvious. That banks, right? It's funny to be an XRP holder and think banks are not your friends, and you think that you're being counter because you hold XRP, but you're not being counter to banks are not your friends. I've always seen what Ripple is looking to do is expose, right? That there doesn't have to be these high fees. We don't have to have a correspondent banking system. It's exposing the weakness in our financial services, right? In terms of payments, exposing it. I've always thought that, I've always thought that. So what's up, Florent? How are you, my friend? Justin Chapman, old money is out of business. And that's what it's about ultimately as well. The banks understand, those top banks understand that they are about to be disintermediated. Right, that a large portion of the revenue. I think Alex Mashinsky tweeted out, and I shared it with you guys: $1 trillion in fees, overdraft fees, not using your account fee, ATM fees. $1 trillion in fees. Right. That, my friend, is what it is ultimately about. Yeah, and so it's look, let me share something with you guys as well. Let me find it first, and it's going to be it's just going to be a lot of nastiness, Certain exchanges may or may not delist, right? Because they're worried, they're concerned. Again, this is about the whole crypto space. And if they can do this to XRP guys and Ripple, the company, the behemoth, if they can come after them, they can go after anyone. They can go after anyone. This is an interesting thing here. Cryptocurrency regulation can evolve as a project matures. At least that's the view of Jay Clayton, the chairman of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, who suggested in a recent letter to a congressman that a digital coin can transform from a security into a commodity. Here's another one. Oh, I'm not sharing that. Let me share so you guys can see that. DX Ron XRP shared this. Jay Clayton, you're screwed, bro. And this is from Matthew De Silva, tech reporter. I think this is a tweet, maybe. Look, cryptocurrency, the grim Rippler _ XRP shared this. Cryptocurrency regulation can evolve as a project matures. At least that's the view of Jay Clayton, the chairman of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, who suggested in a recent letter, which was a PDF, to a congressman that a digital coin can transform from a security into a commodity. And I know the Heath Tarbert guy said the same thing. Tobert said the same thing as well from the CFTC. Wayne Martin says this: to all XRP United States investors, your government, let me put that out there. I didn't say it. YouTube, I'm just reading it. To all XRP US investors, your government has failed you. I have 4.2 billion sell orders for XRP in the last 24 hours. Your antiquated system will destroy your economy. Sad. Just as from the Joker, I love to share his tweets, because this is a guy, again, who's been, in terms of trading, in terms of calling, prices and kind of hitting the mark with those, 80-85% of the time. I found that he's been correct. SEC says Larson dumped around $500 million in XRP into the market, and that Ripple manipulated the market. Dumped $500 million in XRP into the market, and that Ripple manipulated the market. Such a move in the middle of a bull run tells me that it is nothing but just an orchestrated attack on the XRP community. Ripple will fight back, but it takes time. Stay strong. Here's another tweet from Adam, who was checking out Fiat Leaks earlier today. Fiat Leak says it all. Shows all the small accounts, right? Small accounts from a college student, or again, from like a bank teller. Maybe it's the person who does your lawn, who discovered XRP, and an opportunity in the use case for them to have an opportunity to change their lives forever, to create, life-changing money, generational wealth, possibly, right? It says Fiat Leaks shows all the small accounts selling out and massive accumulation by the whales. Think about it. The game they play is laughable at this point. XRP Crypto Wealth, shout out to that dude. What's going on, my friend? XRP will never go to zero because I will never sell it. Stop letting people scare you. Ripple will win against the SEC and set the standard for the whole world. And then Pano says something I'm going to share with you guys. It's funny. I regret to inform you that I have sold everything. I needed money to buy more XRP. So I sold my belongings. Ripple will win this. XRP is universal. Nothing can stop it. This is only a temporary pushback. XRP remains the best digital asset with the most advanced technology. This is another one here from Encarta. It says, right, SEC is a private organization of banks. What it does for personal returns, what it does is for personal returns. It is not to protect investors. Folks, wake up. And then Christian Wages says, so everyone in this boat should make up his or her time and decide to sue the SEC. If it was timed, there was a crime and it should be punished very hard. This is one from an actual attorney. Before I go over this one, I'm going to get back to the chats and get you guys' thoughts on what I've gone over so far. Oh, there's someone with the super chat. Thank you for the super sticker, Aida. Thank you so much. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and hanging out this morning with the Crypto Seeds. I definitely do appreciate it. Let's get in here and see what you guys have to say. XRP 2.0. What am I Googling, my friend? I'll have to check that. Buenos dias, Galo. Buenos dias, my friend. You're saying hello. What's going on, Jay? And you guys, you got to understand, again, this is something that we've gone through before as well. You got to understand that in that lawsuit, they can say whatever they want to say. SEC can make up stuff. They can, they can dramatize it, exaggerate it. They can do all of that stuff. Namaste from India. I'm selling other coins to buy more XRP. I hear you, my friend. So just understand that in that lawsuit, they can do that. Right? They can do that. So you can't really pay too much attention to the wording. They can say anything that they want. They can allege anything. The SEC can allege and say anything they want in that initial lawsuit. Anything. Doesn't matter. There's no slander. You can't do slander, or you can't, there's no recourse for slander from Brad or Chris in that initial thing. They can say whatever they want. They could get personal. The SEC could get personal if they want. They can say that Brad, what's his name? Chris Larson dumped $500 million and, so he could become a multi-billion. They can say anything they want in that thing. Just understand that. Morning to you, Jay. Good to see you. BE, how are you, my friend? Newcomer to this space. It's amazing how many money play games, time to get wise on how to play the game. That's exactly right, BE. That is exactly right, my friend. It's time to get wise in how to play the game. Trust me when I tell you that. Those big banks, and they know how to play this game, and they're trying to shake a lot of people out without question. They don't want this industry to succeed. I'll never forget when Greg Kidd said, look, you got to understand that the big banks don't want this moving forward. And I'm paraphrasing. This is going to be a big fight for Ripple. This was months ago, before this even any mention of this lawsuit. The big banks, they don't want this to move. Ripple's not working with the big banks. It's the other 9,990 banks, right? The other 9,900 banks. It's not the big banks. These banks have said they don't want to be under the foot, like they're under the foot of the SWIFT system and how it works and its corresponding banking. Right? Trust me, Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan and Citi and Wells Fargo, they don't care about you and I. And Ripple is exposing the unnecessary. They're exposing the archaic. They're saying it in a friendly way, right? Antiquated system, archaic, correspondent banking in trillions of dollars, right? They're calling for what it is there. right? You can't forget that Bank of America is a Ripple net partner. You're right, Logic Sphere. You're exactly right. Because Bank of America knows the writing's on the wall, and it is going to be a fight. There's Gallo. There it is. Gallo says just got $500 of XRP yesterday. Nice, my friend. Congrats. Yeah, I tend to agree with you right there, my friend. Michael Otu, good to see you, my friend. Russ Beck is in the building. Good to see you, bro. Siege, you're right about that. They did the same thing with Arthur and Theta. They did. I didn't know that. Good to see you in the stream this morning, man. Yeah, I agree, Richard France. Good to see you this morning, man. SEC still think SEC still think XRP is still a security. It's a load of old rubbish. XRP is a ledger used by companies and not dominated by anyone. How is XRP a security? I think the SEC are just a corrupt mess, without question. Without question. It's a stooge for the banks, and I'm going to show. I've never heard of Mr. Proper. Who is Mr. Proper, Gretchen Lard? Timothy is in the building. That's exactly right. XRP is about to be big, and the SEC knows it. And more importantly, it's the banks, because the SEC is just ultimately just a stooge for the big banks. Working until I die says, I'm working, driving to work, and I'm going to just lurk. All right, brother, be safe, man. Be safe. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for checking in for sure. What else we got here? Joey P49, good to see you, my friend. XLM runs in unison. Christian Carlo, Hester Pierce. These are people who get it, right? Digital Assets Jared, great to see you, Siege. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to you, my friend. Yeah, Giordano, I did watch some of what Charles Hopkinson was saying. Hoskinson was saying. Charles Hoskinson was saying as well. And he sees the big picture. He said, this is about the crypto space. This is about the crypto space. And if they can go after Ripple, who else can they go after? He gets it. It's a bigger picture. And this is very, very obvious, again, about them not wanting us to win. My question to you is are you going to put up the good fight? And what are you willing to do that? Are you going to put up the good fight? And what are you willing to do that? Oh, yes, pronunciation is on point. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's exactly right. Wi-Fi. It's the big boys losing their grip on lining their pockets with the current system and threatened by innovation and the inevitable blockchain and crypto adoption, without question. That is what it is right there. I couldn't have said it better myself, my friend. That ultimately is what it's about. Even Tom Emmer himself said that his fellow, congressmen they don't understand. They don't get it. Who do you think they're beholden to? Right? Who do you think they're beholden to? I mean, Adam Mashinsky says it all the time. Banks are not your friends. He's not talking about your community, your mom and pop bank down the street. He's not talking about them. He's not talking about your regional bank, right? Where it's only, it may be in your state, but it's only in your state, right? It may be in every city in your state, but that's where it is. It's like a regional bank. He's not talking about those banks. Alex Mashinsky is talking about those big banks that are not your friends. They're not looking out for you. When you can make $30 billion and then 1 trillion amongst all of them, $1 trillion, $1 trillion in overdraft fees, ATM fees, not enough, minimum balance in your account fees, a fee just to open up the account. It's the too big to fail banks. That's exactly the banks. Those are the banks that Alex Mashinsky is talking about. Those are the banks that don't want you and I to win, who understand what this innovation and technology is going to do to the cash flow. Think about what the crypto space is, all the options that the crypto space is giving you and I, right? It's absolutely, in so many ways, eliminating the need for us to use the bank, right? Deposit fees, withdrawal fees, whatever kind of fees. And, again, some of these exchanges, unfortunately, acting and behaving just like the banks and want to charge all these different fees. That's what Celsius is the game. That's the platform for you and I, right? And it's time they're setting a precedent and raising the bar high to say, yeah, look, we totally get that you got to charge a fee for transactions. Why deposits or withdrawals? Why are you charging me a fee to withdraw? I'm trading on your platform. Why are you charging all these different fees? The Logic Sphere, do you have Cash App? I really hate giving YouTube 30%. Well, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. I don't have the Cash App. Right? That's what this is about, guys. You gotta understand what Ripple is doing is taking the fight to them on our behalf. Yeah. Yeah. And it's funny too. Oh, you're saying Charles is a little kind of giddy about the whole situation? Crypto Siege, and Charles is too happy and jolly about the situation. I like Charles, but when he does this politics, though, we have to stick together. But bashes anyway, it turns me off, right? Yeah, he kind of that what's that called? Passive aggressive kind of tweets or in his video message, right? That passive aggressive stuff, right? Yeah, exactly. I'm new here. How can I contact you? I'd like to have you as a guest on my channel. Oh, the Logic Sphere. I didn't know you have a channel, my friend. I'll give my community email here. You can reach out, bro. It is right there. And thank you so much for the super chat, bro. I appreciate that. I thank you for supporting the channel. I definitely appreciate that, Logic Sphere. Thank you so much. Crypto Siege, do you think that to buy Ripple now is a good idea? Well, I can't tell you. I certainly can't too. I'm not a financial planner or advisor, so I can't tell you what to do with your money. I can tell you in the Crypto Siege's home, we bought the dip at like 46 or 48 cents again, just so we could say 48 cents. So we could say we got two for $1. And when we get to that, like that 33 cents, area, I will buy more. But I'm in it for the long haul, right? So you kind of have to make your own decision. The price might go below 33 cents, might go to 30. Valuetainment. Where have I heard that before, Doran? Whose channel is Valuetainment? I feel like I've heard that channel before. Jeb says, read what I said about who is buying right now. The point, yeah. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Jeb. Yep, I covered that earlier, right? What's going on, the Cryptic Life? Good to see you in the stream, bro. The SEC is only doing this. Right. The SEC is only doing this so that they can get the funds to pay for their FinTech Hub department. Oh, unbelievable. I got to tell you, it's good to see you in the stream, Cryptic Life. Yeah, XRP regs. That's a great point, right? Think about how much these banks make off of overdraft fees. They charge you for being broke. Yeah. I mean, Alex Mashinsky tweeted it. $1 trillion in fees. 1 trillion this year. 1 trillion in fees. 1 trillion in fees. Only 5% of XRP transactions are in the US. It shouldn't be a big deal. Yep. That's exactly right. What's going on, One-Eye Jack of all trades? Good to see you, my friend. I don't know, A. Joseph C. Did you share with me or us where you saw that countersuit from Ripple? Did I miss it? What's the chances that once Clayton leaves by next week, the SEC picks up the flag and calls it a currency? Yeah. That's always a possibility. I think it's interesting that the SEC proposes amendment to Rule 144 and Form 144 designed to reduce risk of unregistered distributions. They just did that. James Rule XRP shared that with me, messaged me earlier today. Did you guys know that the SEC proposed amendment to Rule 144? Which is about the unregistered securities? They just did that. Fendencio Jimenez, how are you, my friend? This affects this affects all crypto. The fact that they called out Ripple as a Grinch move. We will be bullish and stay bullish by the dip, like a good trader. Nicely done, my friend. Nicely done. Absolutely nicely done. Is it 31 cents? Oh my goodness gracious. Rule 144. Let me see if I can share it. I don't know much about it. Let's go over it together. Here it is here. SEC proposes amendments to Rule 144 and Form 144 designed to reduce risk of unregistered distributions. They just did this. The Securities and Exchange Commission today voted to propose an amendment to Rule 144 under the Securities Act of 1933 to revise the holding period determination for securities acquired upon the conversion or exchange of certain market adjustable securities. The proposed amendment is intended to reduce the risk of unregistered distributions in connection with sales of those securities. The commission also voted to propose amendments to update and simplify the Form 144 filing requirements. Today, they just did this, December 22nd, 2020. Today's proposed amendments modernize, clarify, and strengthen Rule 144, including to ensure that holders of market adjustable securities are assuming the economic risk of their investment rather than acting as a conduit for an unregistered sale of securities to the public on behalf of an issuer, said SEC Chairman Jerry Clayton. In addition, the proposed shift to electronic file forming of 144 provides a necessary update to reflect today's markets, particularly given the benefits and the feasibility of electronic filing on our experience over the past 9 months has demonstrated. The current rule deems securities acquired solely in exchange for other securities of the same issuer to have been acquired at the same time as the security surrendered for conversion or exchange. Under the amendments, the holding period for underlying securities acquired upon conversion or exchange of market adjusted securities would not begin until conversion or exchange, meaning that a purchaser would need to hold the underlying security for the applicable rule holding period before reselling them. I don't understand much of this. The public comment will remain open for 60 days. But I think the timing, I think it's rather kind of, just like James Rule said, it's really ironic that they would have put this amendment up, this proposed amendment up for a vote. So again, I'm not a lawyer. I don't really understand much of that, but it's an interesting thing that they're putting up any kind of new quote amendment or proposal for an amendment to the antiquated rules that they have. I don't know if this is something for us or not, to our benefit or not. I think the timing of it is very, very interesting. I really, really do. Ultimately, again, let me share what Ripple has to say about this matter, just to let you guys know where they are coming from. Again, this is about, for me, this is about knowing what it is that I hold. This is on ripple.com/insights. The SEC's attack on crypto in the United States. This is from Brad Garlinghouse. Here's the note I sent to Ripple employees yesterday. We remain confident after reviewing the SEC's complaint today that we are on the right side of the law and of history. Also, more reaction to today's filings from our lawyers. One lawyer said, the SEC is completely wrong on the facts and law, and we are confident we will ultimately prevail before a neutral fact finder. XRP, the third largest virtual currency with billions of dollars in trading every day, is a currency like the SEC has deemed Bitcoin and Ether, and is not an investment contract. This case bears no resemblance to the initial coin offering cases the SEC has previously bought, and stretches the Howey test standard beyond recognition. I was from Andrew Ceresny at Debbie Voy in Plimpton. It's just another quote from another attorney. This complaint is wrong as a matter of law. Other branches of the United States government, including the Justice Department and the Treasury Department's FinCEN, have already determined that XRP is a currency. Transactions in XRP thus fall outside the scope of federal securities laws. This is not the first time the SEC has tried to go beyond its statutory authority, right? Just like I said, the FTC just trying to do in our industry. The courts have corrected it before and will do so again. Let me read that to you again. The court, let me read it again. Where is it? This is not the first time the SEC has tried to go beyond its statutory authority. The courts have corrected it before and will do so again. Michael Kellogg of Hanson, Todd, Feigl, and Frederick. Now, this is from Brad. In my 5+ years of Ripple, I've seen an incredible amount of progress, innovation, and growth. This year alone, we've brought to market new products and features leveraging XRP, like line of credit, enabling a better payments experience for our customers and their customers. Interestingly enough, after all these years, it's the two things that have not changed that stand out to me the most. Number one, our vision of the Internet of Value. And number two, the fact that XRP is a currency and not a security. It's unequivocally the best digital asset for payments. As you read on, know that today, maybe more than ever, I continue to vehemently believe this. We've always said that there is a lack of regulatory clarity for crypto in the US, and the SEC here in the United States has sat back and watched for years. In fact, the discussion around why XRP is a currency and not a security is one we have been having with the SEC for nearly 3 years. And yet we've never been met with clarity. We have, however, explained that XRP is not a security because, among other things, XRP is not an investment contract. XRP holders do not share in the profits of Ripple or receive dividends, nor do they have voting rights or other corporate rights. Purchasers receive nothing from their purchase of XRP except the asset. In fact, the vast majority of XRP holders have no connection or relationship with Ripple whatsoever. Ripple, our company, has shareholders. If you want to invest in Ripple, you do not buy XRP, but rather shares in Ripple. Unlike securities, the market value of XRP has not been correlated with Ripple's activities. Instead, the price of XRP is correlated to the movement of other virtual currencies because it is a bridge asset right? That's what he's saying there. As you all know, we have always tried to over-communicate, be as transparent as possible, and explain how we think about the long-term value of XRP. We have always worked to partner with regulators. Always. We have proactively partnered globally. And even here in the United States, cooperating and acting in good faith with the SEC. Even while these conversations have dragged on, we were ready and willing to continue the dialogue. Unfortunately, in this lame duck status as Chairman Jay Clayton exits, he has decided to make very serious allegations which suggest that Ripple, Chris Larsen, and I have violated the Securities Act. I expect the SEC will share that filing publicly in the next couple of days. So I wanted to give you all a heads up, but please keep this internal only for now. You should also know and expect that the SEC will likely do everything they can to paint Ripple, Chris, and me in the worst possible light. And that's what they do. Again, in these lawsuits, they can say whatever they want. They can try to paint any picture. They can say any kind of nefarious or disparaging remarks or comments in that lawsuit that they want. Legally, they can do that. So in the worst possible light, quotes could be taken out of context. Personal details may be shared, etc. Yep, exactly. To be clear, this is all based on their illogical claim that XRP is, in their view, somehow the functional equivalent of a share of stock. What's more, for them to say that XRP has been a security all along and that Ripple, Chris, and I should have known makes absolutely no sense, particularly when the United States Treasury and the United States Department of Justice have long ago concluded that XRP is a currency. Our entire AML and BSA compliance, which is the Bank Securities Act compliance program, is built on the fact that XRP is a currency. When you marry this with the fact that many other G20 governments call XRP a currency, it is truly confounding that the SEC would take this step. Chris and I had the option, because they gave it to them, the SEC, to settle separately. We could do that, and it would all be behind us. Not happening. That's how confident Chris and I are that we are right. We will aggressively fight and prove our case. Through this case, we will get clear rules of the road for the industry here in the US. We will get it. Ripple, the company, is going to get the clarity that Cardano needs. Ripple, the company, is going to get the clarity that Stellar Lumens needs. Ripple is going to do that. We are right. We are not only on the right side of the law, but we will be on the right side of history. Let me be clear. Ripple, Chris, and I may be the ones named in the filing, but this is an assault on crypto at large. In this case, XRP is a proxy for every other altcoin in the space. From there, you have a snowball effect. This isn't good news for any market maker, exchanges like Coinbase, etc. This sets a terrible industry-wide precedent for any company working with a digital asset. With this allegation, coupled with the SEC's good housekeeping seal of approval bestowed upon ETH and Bitcoin only, directly benefiting China, they're creating an unfair advantage to companies here in the United States and dramatically benefiting BTC and ETH. It's just incredible that the SEC, a US regulator, is in the business of picking winners in this industry, or really in the industry, and disadvantaging companies here in the United States. Interestingly, Jay Clayton has been incredibly focused on showing a legacy of supporting innovation, despite what he would like the public to think. It's obvious the SEC is not at all committed to fostering innovation in the digital asset space. Clearly, with this behavior, the SEC is engaged in an all-out attack on the crypto industry. That will be Jay Clayton's legacy. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to end on that note. I hope you guys go to ripple.com/insights and check out the rest of that article or that note from Brad Garlinghouse. Again, this live stream is about, do you know what you hold? Do you know that you know that you know what you hold? Do you understand this is about a fight for the crypto industry? How are you going to participate in that fight? I would ask you. How are you going to participate in that fight? It's really, ultimately, it's up to you. I know for us in the Crypto Sieges home, we're getting more XRP today, right? We're gonna do live streams calling out the SEC, calling out this United States regulator who is beholden to the top banks and who is not looking out for our best interests. Ultimately, this is a calling out to these independent regulatory agencies, these alphabet agencies, as I like to call them, who are not looking out for you and I, who think that they have some power to do what they want to do when they want to do it. And to think about this dude is doing this on the way out the door, like 2 weeks left, is discouraging, it's disheartening, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. And it's sad. You know, this puts a really I don't know, a new light to the good old boy network, if you will. It really, really does. It really, really, really does. That's what it's about. He's looking out for his boys over at JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs. Ultimately, that's what it's about. It's not about looking out for you and I. That's ultimately what it's about. So again, this is a fight for the entire crypto industry. And I would ask you, how are you going to support that fight? You know, I can't tell you what to do. Certainly it's not financial advice, but I know what we're going to do. I know what we're going to do. We're going to continue to get more XRP. We're going to continue to support Brad and Chris and ripple however way we can. If that means doing live streams, exposing, the ultimate, and that they don't want us to win. These regulators, people at the SEC, they're not looking out for us. They're just not. If they were looking out for us, they would have changed the Howey test years ago. If they were looking out for us, they would have changed that accredited investor thing years ago. And they just did it a few months ago. They're not looking out for you and I. They don't want you and I to be able to participate in pre-IPOs. No, they want to save that for their friends. They want to save that for their banker friends, right? And so when other stuff comes to market, we get the scraps, right? We get the scraps that come to the market. That's what it's about, guys. All right, I'm going to end before I get myself in trouble. 260 something people in the stream. Guys, do me a favor if you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe. Make sure, you get this out to as many people as possibly can so that they understand the bigger picture. They've known all along that this digital asset space was our chance to win. And they were threatened by it, and they're fearful of it. They're fearful of you becoming a millionaire. They're fearful of you creating generational wealth. They want you to be beholden to them. Ultimately, that's what this is about. All right, guys, listen, I am going to wrap up this stream like I do all my stream and remind you guys of this, that old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.